Hey everyone! Welcome back to Bookworm's Corner. Today, we're diving into one of the most popular self-help books out there, Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you're looking to make positive changes in your life, build better habits, or break bad ones, then this book is definitely for you. So let's get started. First off, what is Atomic Habits all about? Well, James Clear breaks down the science of habits into small, actionable steps. The word atomics refers to tiny, fundamental units. Atomic habits are small habits that can lead to big changes over time. One of the main ideas in the book is that it's not about making huge changes all at once. Instead, it's about making tiny changes that are easy to stick with. For example, if you want to start exercising, James suggests starting with just 2 minutes a day. It's so small that it seems almost too easy, but that's the point. Small changes are easier to maintain, and over time, they can add up to significant results. Let's talk about the 4 laws of behavior change that James Clear introduces in the book. These are really the core principles that make Atomic Habits so effective. The first law is make it obvious. This means making your habits easy to see and remember. For example, if you want to drink more water, keep a water bottle on your desk where you can see it. The second law is make it attractive. This is all about making your new habits appealing. Pairing something you need to do with something you want to do can help. For instance, you could listen to your favorite podcast while exercising. The third law is make it easy. As I mentioned earlier, start with small changes that are easy to maintain. Don't overwhelm yourself with too much at once. And the fourth law is make it satisfying. You need to find ways to reward yourself for sticking with your habits. Positive reinforcement can go a long way. Now, let's discuss the habit loop. This is another key concept in the book. The habit loop consists of a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. Understanding this loop can help you build new habits and break old ones. The cue is what triggers your habit. The craving is the desire you have to do the habit. The response is the actual habit itself, and the reward is the benefit you get from doing it. By understanding and tweaking each part of this loop, you can change your habits more effectively. One thing I really appreciate about Atomic Habits is the emphasis on identity-based habits. James Clear suggests focusing on who you want to become, rather than just what you want to achieve. For example, instead of saying I want to read more, say I'm a reader. This shift in mindset can make a big difference in how you approach your goals. To make these concepts more relatable, let's dive into a couple of real-life examples that James Clear shares in the book. One of my favorite stories is about a guy named Dave Brailsford, who was hired to coach the British cycling team. At the time, British cyclists were pretty terrible on the world stage. But Brailsford had a unique approach. He believed in the principle of marginal gains, which means looking for tiny improvements in everything you do. Brailsford and his team made hundreds of tiny adjustments, like making the seats more comfortable, washing their hands more frequently to avoid illness, and even using the best type of massage gel. These tiny changes seemed insignificant on their own, but together they led to an incredible transformation. The British cycling team went on to dominate the Olympics and the Tour de France. This story perfectly illustrates how small changes can lead to extraordinary results over time. Another great example from the book is how to make reading a daily habit. Many people want to read more, but find it hard to start. James Clear suggests starting small, read just 1 page a day. Over time, as this becomes a routine, you can increase the number of pages. This approach removes the pressure of committing to a large goal and makes it much more manageable. James also talks about habit stacking, which is a powerful technique to build new habits. Habit stacking involves linking a new habit to an existing one. For instance, if you want to develop a habit of meditating, you could stack it onto your existing habit of making coffee in the morning. So, after you make your coffee, you meditate for 5 minutes. This way, the new habit gets anchored to an existing one, making it easier to remember and stick to. One of the most interesting parts of the book is the discussion on environment design. James Clear emphasizes that our environment often shapes our behavior more than our motivation or willpower. By making simple changes to our surroundings, we can make our desired habits easier to perform. For example, If you want to eat healthier, keep fruits and vegetables in plain sight while storing junk food out of reach. Tracking your progress is crucial for building and maintaining habits. James Clear recommends using a habit tracker to visually see your progress. This could be as simple as marking eggs on a calendar for each day you complete your habit. Seeing a chain of completed days can motivate you to keep going. James also talks about the power of reflection. Periodically reviewing your habits and progress can help you stay on track and make necessary adjustments. This could involve weekly or monthly check-ins where you assess what's working and what isn't. Before we wrap up, I want to share a few final thoughts. Atomic Habits is packed with practical advice and real-life examples that make the concepts easy to understand and apply. Whether you're trying to develop new habits or break old ones, this book provides a clear and actionable roadmap. So, if you haven't read Atomic Habits yet, I highly recommend you give it a try. It's a game changer for anyone looking to improve their life, one small step at a time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the book. Until next time, happy reading!